I have the dark web. I have the dark web, so I can look up literally anything. I have the dark web's version of YouTube too. Uh, Yep, I can confirm that. So you saw the party?
My name is Mr. Dominic Jody. Thank you for joining me, where today I'm going to explain to you what happens at the end of the Shadows of Evil Easter egg cutscene, where we see Richtofen teleport into the map and steal the summoning key. I'm going to explain why exactly he done this, what exactly is the summoning key, what is going on, what is Richtofen trying to do, and where is this going to take us in the Black Ops 3 Zombie story arc. Now, if you guys do enjoy this video, feel free to drop a like rating on it. I'd really appreciate it, and let's jump straight into this. First of all, looking at the end cutscene, it seems like the gatekeeper was going to hand us back over the summoning key, but then suddenly Richtofen appears and takes it. Now, why exactly does Richtofen want this summoning key? In order to know why he took the summoning key, we need to know what exactly the summoning key is, and the Shadow Man sums this up pretty well the second you pick it up in the game. In your mortal hands, you now hold a summoning key. Now, those quotes from the Shadow Man sum up the fact that the summoning key is the most important item in the universe and is capable of bringing several different items from one dimension into another. So it is capable of multi-dimensional travel in time as well as space. This can explain why and how in Shadows of Evil, when you have the item relating to the character as well as the summoning key down on the ritual table, how it can bring that person from the other dimension into this one.
A ritual must be performed. A sacrifice must be made. Bring the item that links you to the other world. Place the object upon the altar. Its connection to that soul will draw them into this realm.
Now, it seems upon connecting that soul from the other dimension into the world that we're in, that also manages to create a rift for the gatekeepers to allow entry into Shadows of Evil. Now, towards the end of the Easter egg, when we actually fight against the Shadow Man, his soul is actually encased within the summoning key, which I think is why towards the end of the Easter egg and in the cutscene, the gatekeepers decide to give the summoning key back to you rather than keep it for themselves. Now, in theory, with the Shadow Man encased within the summoning key is now useless for the gatekeepers, so that's why they want to give it back to you. And keeping the summoning key within this dimension on Shadows of Evil will stop the Shadow Man from ever appearing in any other dimensions, and that means the characters are no longer cursed. But what happens in theory doesn't actually happen, and in the cutscene, Richtofen takes the summoning key for himself. Now, why did he take the summoning key? Well, it's because it's the most powerful item in all of the dimensions available. Richtofen has already learned the power of being able to teleport through different dimensions, and with this summoning key, he can now summon anything at his desire in any dimension. Now, the fatal flaw with Richtofen's plan is that he doesn't actually realize the Shadow Man is encased within the summoning key, and I believe that this takes place before the giant map because Richtofen has no blood on his hands. He's completely clean. He takes the summoning key, and then we see in the giant cutscene he kills his older self. He has blood all over his uniform and says that he's seen and traveled many paths, many histories, and that he has some form of artifact.
Though we may not see eye to eye, Nikolai, know this. I possess an artifact that will help us on our journey. I know what I'm doing. The beacon will allow Maxis to find us. I don't have time to explain now, but I have a message for you. A message from the Emperor.
You may have destroyed the very fabric of space and time from the shadows. I can almost hear him whispering to me.
It's very obvious at this point that Richtofen wants to correct the universes by changing time and fixing all the things that once happened. But I think during this process, especially with Shadows of Evil, he hasn't realized what exactly he's done by taking the Shadow Man in this summoning key. And it sounds like Takeo can actually hear the Shadow Man. We're not sure how just yet, but the Shadow Man is actually haunting Takeo's dreams. And this could all be because Richtofen possesses the Shadow Man within the summoning key artifact.
Takeo, breathe and hold out the dying samurai spirit. It feels almost as I am speaking to my ancestors. Instead, I speak to a reflection of myself. The man in the mirror. In another place, another time, our eyes are filled with confidence and bravado. But I am troubled. My dreams are haunted by a man in shadow. I fear this vision may be important of our destruction.
This is very likely that this can make some sort of development as the DLC season goes on and we get the first map and see exactly what Richtofen is doing with the summoning key. But he says it is an artifact which he wants to use to help the team find Maxis and bring Maxis in from another dimension into this one to try and save it. Now, funnily enough, Maxis has managed to make contact with the Shadows of Evil dimension to tell them that he wants to try and rid the world of evil, but in so doing that, there's going to be some dimensions which will not survive, and Shadows of Evil is one of those.
To any survivors of this realm, I am truly sorry. I wish I could offer you some words of comfort, but I cannot. It is my hope that I can rid the universe of the evil that has plagued us for so long. But in my heart, I know many more dimensions will be lost forever as we continue our journey towards peace. Forgive me.
So from Maxis' words right there, it makes it sound like the things that happen in Shadows of Evil are set in stone, and it's not very important in terms of the overall scope. Lots of dimensions are going to have to be sacrificed in order for the universe and everything itself to be fixed, which is very, very interesting. So to look back in summary of what happened at the end of Shadows of Evil, it looks like Richtofen has now got himself the summoning key, but he does not realize that the Shadow Man is actually encased within the summoning key. And Takeo, for some time now, has been either cursed or ridiculed by the Shadow Man in some form in his dreams. And this could be a response to Richtofen possessing the Shadow Man within the summoning key on the Giant. Richtofen claims that with this artifact that he has, which could very well be the summoning key, he'll be able to release a beacon in order for Dr. Maxis to find him and to be able to fix everything that's happened wrong in the universe. But it appears in the Giant that actually all of the characters have gone through and done this process several times before. Nikolai has said in previous radios that he's actually killed 3 Richtofens in the past. Takeo is leaving a message to a future version of himself. So it seems like they've done this quite a few times now, and every time they've managed to get it wrong. So hopefully this time will be the time that they manage to get things right. But with the Shadow Man encased within the summoning key, it definitely sounds like things are not going to go as smoothly as Richtofen has planned. And of course, Maxis has already visited the dimension of Shadows of Evil to warn them about anyone in that realm is unfortunately not going to survive. So it seems like Maxis and Richtofen have just missed each other, or there is some sort of other thing going on there. But that's a look at the ending of the Shadows of Evil cutscene. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video and you've come out learning something new. I will bring you guys a ton of more storyline videos relating to this stuff about Mob of the Dead.
From the gifts they want to the ones they really want.
So the Shadows of Evil Easter egg has finally been completed, guys, and in this video I'm going to be showing you the amazing ending of this Easter egg.
I'm listening.
I'm not even going to talk for very long because I really want you guys to see this, but before we get into it, if you guys could leave a like on this video, and if you want to keep up to date with more Black Ops 3 Easter eggs, you should
I don't know.
subscribe to this channel.
You don't see him. Yeah, but he doesn't show up. Richtofen shows up in the final cutscene.
I'm so sorry. I really don't have time to explain. I have a universe to set right. Thank you, and goodbye.
So, of course, we just saw Richtofen there just take the summoning key from a keeper and then just leave without explaining to us what even happened. But he did actually foreshadow this inside of the giant. In one of his quotes, he says this.
Though we may not see eye to eye, Nikolai, know this. I possess an artifact that will help us on our journey.
The artifact that he's talking about is most likely the summoning key, which is very, very interesting because it makes it seem like Shadows of Evil might be set before the giant. So we're really getting a sense of the timeline here, and it seems like they're really going to continue the Origins character's storyline. Richtofen now has the summoning key, which has the Shadow Man inside of it now, so it's going to be really interesting to see what he does with that. But that's all we have for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye. So in Black Ops 3 Zombies,
What? Oh, yeah?
when you play co-op, revealing some brand new information to us. In the giant specifically, some of the conversations that the characters have are actually very, very interesting. They talk about things like what happened in Origins, Richtofen's secret.
Yeah, it's Samantha's house. It's Samantha's house.
So in this video, I've compiled a bunch of the conversations between the characters in the giant for you guys to listen to.
Actually, I'm about to get to it after this. I'm about to get to the video for that after this.
If you're up to date with Black Ops 3 Zombies Easter eggs, definitely subscribe to this channel, and let's get started.
Can I trust you, Nikolai? Because last time I checked, we were enemies.
When did you last check? We were allies in all 3 world wars. Richtofen seems to think he has some kind of plan.
I'm not so sure about that. I think he's delusional.
When Richtofen speaks of putting things right, do you think he has found a way to end this nightmare?
After France, I'm starting to believe that anything is possible.
Maybe there is a way to end all of this. To return to our homes, our old lives, our families.
Our families. How many wives is it you've had, Nikolai? I gotta be honest, I lost count.
As a Russian, I know how to endure, how to survive. There, I hope for something more than that.
You can dare, but I don't know if it'll do any good. In my experiences, wishes hardly ever come true. So, you gonna tell me what the fuck you were doing back there?
Dempsey, my dear, simple-minded American, you simply wouldn't understand.
Right after we got here, after you said goodbye to your evil twin, you did something strange.
Strange? Dempsey, you're really going to have to narrow it down.
I know you're sick, Richtofen, but why were you messing around with your own corpse?
That wasn't my body. That was someone else entirely. Someone a bit like me, but not. He's dead.
Hey, I know what I saw. I saw you stoop down and hold something against the body.
Pictures, Dempsey, pictures. Or it didn't happen.
There was something I was gonna ask you. What was it?
Ah, dear Dempsey, is your memory loss perhaps due to your prolonged exposure to element 115? Or are you just one of the stupid Dempseys?
Hey, Tack, we gotta keep an eye on Richtofen. I don't know what he's up to, but I don't like it.
I share your concerns, Dempsey. We would be wise to remain cautious.
Did you notice him doing something weird when we first got here?
Weird describes much of what Richtofen does.
Right after he popped himself, when we were holding back the horde, Richtofen knelt down over the body. Why?
Perhaps he was paying respects to his foreign self.
We gotta piece it all together, Tack. Why the fuck did he come here? Again?
We know not where Richtofen has traveled, but I believe his experiences have changed him.
Wherever he's been, whatever he's been through, I'm not sure Richtofen's any less crazy than before.
Mysteries will reveal themselves in time. They always do. This is the nature of our quest. German, I will keep asking until I get an answer. What are we doing here?
Putting things right, Nikolai. Putting things right.
Your words are empty. Your soul is hollow. How could you ever hope to put things right?
Nikolai, I realize that I'm often hostile toward you. It's simply because your ideology is diametrically opposed to mine.
We are allies only because of our situation. We will not fight shoulder to shoulder forever, Richtofen.
Though we may not see eye to eye, Nikolai, know this. I possess an artifact that will help us on our journey.
Never wash away the blood on your hands, Richtofen. You are an
helping you more than you realize, Nikolai. After all, didn't I just kill myself a little while ago? I know what I'm doing. The beacon will allow Maxis to find us.
Who is this Maxis? I've never seen him. Apart from that brain in a jar we found in France. Besides our thirst for battle, you and I have little in common, Nikolai. You're mistaken, Takio. I have no thirst for battle.
No, France is after 115. France is after the Giant. And then they came back.
Do I really need to explain that? I mean, really? Have you forgotten Richtofen's thirst for chaos? He is a monster. An animal. He is a troubled soul. I can see it in his eyes. But a monster? Huh, I think not. We know not of the journey Richtofen has taken. He may hold more wisdom than you realize. I fear any wisdom he holds will only be used to advance his own agendas. We will only survive if we all work together, Nikolai. You know this in your heart. Richtofen was the one who left us in the dark, Takeo. We have no idea what he has been doing. German, your actions defy reason. But you seem driven by a sense of purpose.
I do have a purpose, Takeo. A purpose you will come to share. You only have to trust me.
You trade on lies and deceit, Richtofen. Give me one reason why I should trust you.
I don't have time to explain now, but I have a message for you. A message from the Emperor.
What do you know of the Emperor? It has been so long. Feared he had abandoned me. Forgotten me.
You have not been forgotten, Takeo. Stay strong, and your path will become illuminated.
I do not understand your riddles, German. How will my path become illuminated?
The spirits of your ancestors are not the only voices you will hear, Takeo. Trust your instincts. Listen to them.
Last night I had a dream. I dreamt of a house. A house with children.
Yes. Hold on to that thought, Takeo. In time, you will come to learn the significance of your visions.
No, there are no rituals. But we both gotta get monkeys. Oh no, I'm watching one more video. Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah.
Hey, Frank.
Bill?
Perfect timing. We're finally ready to relaunch
Crystal Pepsi.
Right.
I thought they shut that division down decades ago. We never shut down.
Party people!
Correct. Yeah, we have to wait for the DLC. Oh, they just released.
Black Ops 3 Zombies, there are a huge amount of hints towards what we can expect to see in future DLC maps, but there is something very, very important that we hear and see things about throughout Shadows of Evil, The Giant, and various other places in Black Ops 3 that I really want to talk a little bit about, because I think they're going to be major parts of the zombie storyline. The thing things that I'm talking about here are the children and the house. You've honestly most likely seen or heard at least one reference to these if you've played Black Ops 3 Zombies, or if you've been watching my videos recently, but there are actually quite a few references to these children and the house. So in this video, I want to go through all of the references that we know of right now and begin to break down some of the things going on here. So first, let's talk about who the children are and what the house is. We can assume right now, based off some of these things that you'll see and hear in this video, that the children are Samantha and Eddie from the Origins ending cutscene, which would mean that the house is the house that we saw in that cutscene. Before we get into this, I'm going to let you guys watch the Origins ending cutscene again to refresh your memories a little bit.
As the gates to Agartha opened, the four heroes were rewarded with riches beyond imagination. From that day forward, they knew that Samantha would keep them safe forever.
Everything wrong. I told you before, their eyes should be blue.
It's my turn, Eddie. I can do whatever I want.
But you don't even know how to play properly. You just don't know enough about stories. We better do what your dad says. I didn't even get my turn.
Tomorrow, Eddie, you get to make the rules. I promise. Come on, Fluffy.
Wish the heroes in our stories were real sad.
I know too. But we will make everything okay. My dad says he has a plan.
So, of course, we have the children, Samantha and Eddie, inside of the house, and the house is honestly pretty strange to begin with, as for some reason it's filled with various items that we see throughout Zombies, items you wouldn't ever usually have lying around your house, and definitely not items that two little kids would be playing with. So right off the bat, we get the understanding that this probably isn't any normal house. There is a window, but we don't see a hole on outside of it. It seems like the room we're being shown is probably high up. All we see are clouds and what looks to be an eclipse, so we don't get much of an idea of where the house is located. Now that we've talked about the Origins cutscene a little bit, let's start talking about the references made to it in Black Ops 3 Zombies.
Hey, take us over to multiplayer and do a custom map.
In Shadows of Evil, we're assuming right now that this is written by
Yeah, no, take us over to multiplayer of the Black Ops 3 and take us to Infection. They're infected.
The note says we are different but the same.
Yeah, custom game.
Others, there is no other way. We all must die. The children will be safe in the house. And we see a sketch of the house on a huge
Not this, not this.
rock.
Yeah,
The
go over to
reason that
multiplayer.
This isn't a normal house is because according to this sketch right here, the house isn't even attached to anything. It's floating somewhere on a huge chunk of rock. We don't know if this has already happened
Infection.
during the Origins
Infected.
cutscene, or if it's something that happened from the result of the ending of the cutscene. Let's move over to the house, specifically to the radios. In these radios, Maxis talks a lot
Alright,
about
sorted.
Samantha specifically, and also mentions the children a couple of times. Things get a little bit confusing here because a lot of the radios seem to be referencing things that we haven't experienced yet. So to us, they won't make much sense right now, but I'm going to let you guys listen to the radios where Maxis talks about the children, and then we'll talk a little bit about those also.
Whoever you are, wherever you are, I have one message. One message that must be remembered at all costs. The child must be protected. Day 66.
I don't know. It's just putting them on. It's in the Giant.
Domination.
Switch teams over to Black Ops.
Capture the objective. Securing Charlie.
Yeah, it's Samantha's. Yeah. Yeah. That's a great question. Is this gonna be a zombies map? That's the real question. Yeah, they can place skates right here. No, or they can make these tiny rooms. This room right here. Where are you? Come here.
Securing C. Securing B.
If you remember in the original Call of Duty Zombies, stuff like this would just be made into normal doors. And then put a spawner in here. And then no, the door would continue going through. Yeah. This, to be more specific, is a map from World at War.
Securing Bravo.
Yep. Shangri-La is from Black Ops 1.
Huge fan.
Yep, I know.
Touchdown.
You know, I don't like to dwell on the past, but thank you.
Ingrid, touchdown. Unbelievable. Ingrid, touchdown. Unbelievable. Ingrid.
I dwell
Yep.
on the past.
So what's going on, guys? My name is Mr. Darling Jenny. Thank you for joining. We're in this
Yeah.
video. We're going to be talking a little bit more in depth about the brand new announced Black Ops 3 Zombies DLC map, which is called the Eisendrachen, which will be coming in the Awakening DLC pack sometime in January 2016. I made a pretty big video yesterday talking about it, so go and check the first link in the description. But in this, we're going to be talking about it. Feel free to drop a like rating on it. I'd really appreciate it, and make sure to subscribe to keep up to date with the latest information about Black Ops 3 DLC. So let's jump straight into this video. Now, we've actually had quite a few hints before in Black Ops 3 Zombies to
Securing
say that this
Bravo.
map is going to be reviving, and I mentioned in this video yesterday that we have a Shadows of Evil paper scrap, which reveals the bunker quarters of one of them
That's
being
cool,
worked in
man.
Austria near a ice cave, and this castle actually exists in real life.
Securing
very,
B.
very close to it. Now let's pay close attention to his actual castle. Now we can see on the left, we can see like a bell tower. In the middle, we can see this castle, which seems to be surrounded by lots of like heavy built-up walls. But it looks like the castle has taken a lot of damage.
Securing
You can see
B.
on one side, you can see this kind of like big lights. On the other side, it looks like the building has partly been destroyed. But you can actually see part of the tower's head actually fallen down
Securing Bravo.
Who was attacking this castle and why? Now, not only has this place been used as a
Oh
castle,
shit, it's Foy City, Belgium.
therefore had a somewhat sinister reputation. His prison also witnessed the tragic fate of many criminals who spent their last days there under inhumane conditions, and periodically various highly
Yeah.
noblemen have also been imprisoned there, which is just awesome history. And you can definitely see a kind of prison vibe when you look at the image that Treyarch have given us. Unless for some reason this castle has like an extremely high amount of security, why on earth would a castle have like tons of searchlights around it? Now, to me, that seems like something that a prison set up.
But why would they do it World War II?
Bell towers, and we have other towers around which have mounted gun turrets on top of it.
No.
To me, that turret could be used as an anti-air gun to try and
It really did have a mindfuck story. Cause it turns out that you're Taylor the entire time.
Why they have such protection against stuff like this, but I don't know, this is just theory crafting here, but it's not a bad shout at all from my opinion, but definitely let me know what you think in the comment section. Now, a few people have asked me, who are we going to see as playable characters on this map? Are we going to get the Shadows of Evil characters, or are we going to be getting the old crew? It seems like the giant is like a whole like kind of setup to explain that storyline a lot more in detail, so I can expect that we will be seeing the full original characters
What?
on this map. Now, there is a hidden cipher code on the giant.
There's Black Ops comic books.
It says the mountain must be searched for the frozen one, and if we look at this image, it very much is a castle set in a bunch of mountains, and there is snow, and is very near to a frozen ice cave. So we can very well assume that this text relates to.
You got the shit scared out of you, man. You're going crazy, dude. Wait, let me see your eyes. You don't even blink in this game. Stop moving. Don't move. What fucking gun is that? What gun is that? Oh, I was watching a fucking video. Alright, watch later. Alright, yes.
So for the past 5 years, I've covered a wide variety of topics on my channel, but all of them were from the comfort of my condo in Toronto. But today...
I don't know his name.
Today's gonna be a little different. A little good weird. See, my friends at Lenovo contacted me and they said,
You're actually going through her.
We sent you to California to teach us something new and exciting, to which I said, absolutely. Yahoo! So, let's talk about water. H2O, aqua, you know, the building block of life. So, what is water? Sure, it's a colorless, tasteless, odorless, transparent liquid that all organisms on Earth... Water is sticky? So, who's got water?
Yeah.
As it turns out, everyone's got water. See, 70% of the human body is made up of it, which is surprising considering that our skin is covered in an oil
What?
called sebum. Not him. See, sebum is the stuff that prevents your fingers from becoming pruny. So
Yeah, no, it's so fucking hard.
Yep, water sure is nice. It's the only substance on Earth that exists in all three states, liquid, solid, and gas. It's got more range than Robert De Niro. In fact, that's why our Earth appears blue from space. Because 75% of it is covered in water. But the real question is, when did all of this water first appear? Well,
Actually, a much debated issue among the scientific community. Some cosmologists contend that millions of years ago, a thick layer of hydrogen interacted with oxides in the Earth's crust to create our planet's water. Oxides
It's a draw. Stand down.
So where is water found? Well, since water's
The 54 Immortals crush all opposition.
surprising that it's found on every continent. But did you know that water was recently discovered on Mars and the Moon, and that thick sheets of ice were recently discovered on Uranus?
Yeah.
Hi guys, Mr. Waffles here. This is the multiplayer map in Black Ops 3
Oh.
called Infection. It's set in a French town, and it's really weirdly designed, namely because you've got this section of the map that I'm on now, and you can see I'm going between these buildings, but then you'll notice that in front of me there are a load of other buildings that look like they're attached to the wall. If we go towards them though, you'll notice that what's actually going on here is
Yeah.
that is the floor, and what I was just zooming down was the wall. So now that we're in the map itself, I'm going to show you
Okay.
guys some zombies Easter eggs. That's right, zombies Easter eggs rather than multiplayer or campaign Easter eggs. What's the reason for that? Well, as you can see here, we've got two photos of two different boxers, and if we look at the Shadows of Evil boxing ring, we find these two photos are also there. Moving across the room, we go round the corner and see a shelf. What's on that top shelf? A pair of boxing gloves. Again, potentially another hint to the boxing.
The prevalence of drones and combat robots has significantly reduced the reliance on human infantry. As I said before, we have no further comment to make at this time. We will continue to explore avenues of diplomatic negotiations.
Yeah.
The WA have denied sending troops to the region, stating that they are
Nope.
still seeking a diplomatic solution to the standoff.
I said no.
We are
Things
coordinating.
only get better from here. So in this room, we're going to see what looks like an Origins gramophone. And yes, okay, it's thematic, it fits the time period, so that again can be explained away. No worries there. But the following thing that I'm going to show you is less easy to explain away because it's a map of Doriz. To be specific, it's the same in-game map as the map of the Giant that you can find in
Where do I
It tells you
go?
what teleporters you've activated and that sort of thing. It's not quite the exact map that we're used to. We're used to
I'm in my data vault.
maps of Doriz from over the years. Obviously, Doriz was a map in World
I'm in my
War
data vault. Oh, Codex.
and now Black Ops 3 as well with the Giant. And this
Alright, I'm in the
is a
Codex.
map that doesn't match the previous ones that we have seen, but it's weird.
Okay.
There's even more. I want to point out that the previous stuff in this video was shown to be.
What about fight? Yeah, no.
This is gloves, the boxes.
Okay. Yeah. I opened it. Yeah.
Here is floating on a rock. It's the only house in the entire. Around the house, you've got this. My channel is
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I'm trying to figure out this Easter egg. Hold on.
That are in the house, and if we then compare this house to the house we see in the Origins cutscene, the end cutscene, we notice that there
absolutely do have their differences. I don't dispute that. There are similarities, like I've mentioned. The rock on which they sit is extremely similar. The sky around the house is somewhat cloudy, and overall the tone, I would say, is blue in color. It's quite stormy as well. You have the lightning that can be seen in both the map itself and the Origins cutscene. The window looks reasonably similar. We know that it's an upper floor, and the house in question in the map does have an upper floor with windows reasonably similar to this one. And then there are all the references to children that we've heard from Maxis, and everything I was saying in my video yesterday. That gives this even more credence and gravitas, and it's even more evidence towards our theory. I think that there is a reasonable chance that this could well be a depiction of Samantha's map of Deriz, except it's the giant Deriz. The boxer's gloves, the boxer's friends or colleagues or rivals or something like that as well. All of these little things, the Fumigator too, the giant. It tells you what teleporters you've activated and that sort of thing.
Alright, I gotta wait till the beginning of this. Hold on.
Those are somewhat explain-awayable, but this Fumigator may be less so. It's just sitting there, and I believe there are actually two of them on the map. This is me showing you a little bit about what the sort of perspective looks like when you look directly up. But it looks like you're looking into the room. It's really confusing. I absolutely love the map design on this map. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
We're not done there, though, either. Things only get better from here. So in this room, we're going to see what looks like an Origins gramophone. And yes, it's thematic. It fits the time period. So that, again, can be explained away. No worries there. But the following thing that I'm going to show you is less easy to explain away because it's a map of Deriz. To be specific, it's the same in-game map as the map of the Giant that you can find in the Giant. It tells you what teleporters you've activated and that sort of thing. It's not quite the exact map that we're used to. We're used to seeing some specific maps of Deriz from over the years. Obviously, Deriz was a map in World at War and Black Ops 1, and now Black Ops 3 as well with the Giant. And this is a very specific map that doesn't match the previous ones that we have seen. But it's weird that it's in here because this is a town in Belgium that is not meant to have any relation to zombies. It's a simulation, for goodness sake. And we've got a map of Deriz. It's still not over, though. There's even more. I want to point out that the previous stuff in this video was shown to me by Daniel Coles. He tweeted me and gave me a heads up. This, however, was pointed out by it's floating on a rock. References to children that we've heard from Max. The other option, which is that this is nothing at all. This could, in your opinion, be completely irrelevant and just Treyarch teasing us for zero reason whatsoever. That's possible, however, that's not an idea that I get behind for a moment. I wholeheartedly believe that this could be a very...
I mean, this is the final Black Ops 3 game. No, they're gonna do 3. Yeah.
You've been undercover 3 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in this video, guys, I've got another jump scare Easter egg to show you. It's almost Zombies tradition to have one of these in every single map now. We had one in Mob of the Dead, one in Origins, and now we have one in
Dark
Shadows
Web
of Evil.
version of
Before we get
YouTube.
into this, if you guys could leave a like on this video, and if you want to keep up to date with more Black Ops 3 Zombies Easter eggs, you should definitely subscribe to this channel. To start this Easter egg, you need to complete the rituals and open the Pack-a-Punch room. If you don't know how to do this, there will be a link to my guide for that on screen right now. First off, you'll need a sniper rifle. I'm pretty sure it can be any sniper rifle, but the one that we used in this video is the Locus. Run to the Boxers Gym in the Waterfront District, and you're going to see these weird-looking boats outside of the map. When you aim through your sniper and look at the boat, this will happen. So that was a lot like the old jump scare Easter eggs. It's even the same scream, but of course the really
It's just a jump
interesting thing
scare.
here was the image. The image is of a zombified version of Richtofen from the giant intro cutscene. We've actually seen this before though. It's one of the two images that you see when you teleport inside of the giant. You'll see the normal and zombified versions of Richtofen, but this is really a much higher quality version of that. I'm not going to speculate too much about what it means right now in this video. I just thought I would show you this very cool little Easter egg, but definitely
To the dark web.
what you think this means in the comment section below, guys. I'm very interested in hearing what you guys have to say, but that's all we have.
It would send you. I would give you a link to the dark web, not to YouTube. And you don't want the dark web.
This is the
Because it's very bad. It can get you arrested.
In this video, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about a character that I think is honestly one of the most mysterious and interesting characters in Black Ops 3 Zombies. The character that I'm talking about is Dr. Monty. Dr. Monty is new to the Call of Duty Zombies storyline, and he seems to be very important to things that we are very familiar with, things that we've just been introduced to, and things that we don't even know about.
Richtofen?
We don't know a whole lot about Dr. Monty.
Yeah, I know where it is.
Like I said, which also makes him very, very interesting. He was first
Only one person can see it.
of Gobblegums, the gumball systems that are available in Black Ops 3 Zombies. Gobblegums are candy that give you enhancements for a short amount of time. Gobblegums aren't the only things that we know Dr. Monty has invented.
Alright, take us over there.
We know this because at the bottom of this poster advertising Gobblegums tells us that they come from the creator of Perca-Colas, and we also see them being made inside of his factory. We can assume Dr. Monty is an inventor. He actually seems to be a lot like a Willy Wonka style character. He creates crazy candy inventions in his factory like the Gobblegums and Perca-Colas, but it also looks like he has some pretty normal products. On the multiplayer map Aquarium, we can find a Dr. Monty's authentic chocolate bar. It doesn't seem to be a chocolate bar that gives you any kind of crazy effects. It seems like Monty is creating more ordinary products alongside his new and very popular Liquid Divinium-based
Aquarium.
Liquid Divinium is Liquid Element 115. Monty is using Element 115 to create his Perca-Colas and Gobblegums, which probably isn't a very good idea, as we know exposure to Element 115 can lead to a lot of negative side effects like memory loss, which is something the characters in the Giant talk about often while drinking the Perca-Colas and eating the Gobblegums. It really does seem like Dr. Monty and his inventions are very simple, but it does start to get a little bit confusing once we take a deeper look into some things that don't quite add up. First, Element 115 isn't something that you can easily get your hands on. In one of the radios on the Reese, Dr. Maxis explains how Group 935's projects are coming to a standstill because they don't have enough Element 115. It's interesting to me that a man behind what appears to be a candy company would be able to access an element as rare and as powerful as 115, and enough of it to launch two products made from it. It also makes no sense that Perca-Colas and Gobblegums would be products made for general population like Treyarch are trying to make us believe. The Perca-Colas only enhance features that you would use in combat, like quicker reloads and increasing your fire rate, and the Gobblegums specifically give enhancements that would only affect you in a world with zombies, giving you access to power-ups, Perca-Colas, and also pack-a-punched weapons. Richtofen seems to be very confused about the gumball machines specifically too. In the Giant, he makes known that these machines were definitely not here the last time.
You bear the mark. You are cursed.
This can't be happening.
These machines were definitely not here on our last visit. Does Maxis even know who crafted these machines?
So Richtofen doesn't even know who Dr. Monty is, which is very surprising considering he is someone working in almost exactly the same field as Richtofen, with the same rare elements.
You got a sickness or something?
Up close? You guys really stink.
Oh, back one. Boss. That's been the only way to get a sniper rifle. Sheesh. By the store.
They are coming. They have already corrupted this world with their twisted malfeasance.
By this door.
You are chosen. You are marked. You are cursed.
This door bites, you guys.
Shit about any mark. I intend to get the hell out of this town.
By the door.
I don't have many bullets left. I better make them count.
By the door. 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 Yeah, we have to go to boss. No, that's the only way that we get a sniper rifle.
Only by invoking the beast can you find the items you need. You must explore the unexplored.
Fumigator.
Your world, as it was, is still here. It shifted slightly, wrenched from its rightful place. Many of the souls who inhabit it have succumbed to the countdown darkness. They are echoes of themselves.
Why, we're not actually playing.
Shadow of reality.
I always hated every bastard in this stinking shithole.
I'll just give you a little squirt of this. Let me see what happens.
Alright. I got a sniper, but I don't have an actual scope to it. Down here by the, I'm gonna buy this door, you buy the next door. What house? You can only see a zombified version of Rick Typhon with a sniper that has a scope. But none of my snipers have scopes, so unfortunately, this looks awkward. Why is this here?
I don't like it when I don't get what I want.
The boxing gym. Is this room familiar to you? You have blood on your hands.
Go stand where that brick wall was.
Your sins have allowed others to tear their way into your world.
I only need to know one thing. How do I beat him?
Only another sacrifice.
That was a hell of a counter.
Now,
We're dead. We're dead. We lost.
Is someone gonna come get me?
And there is snow, and is very near to a frozen ice cave, so we can very well assume that this text relates to this DLC map. Now, there's one part of this image which was absolutely startling, which I didn't really notice at first. I've had a bunch of you guys commenting on like I have to bring this to you guys. Now, when I first saw this, I was like, wow, this links in very well to an old Black Ops Zombies map, and I'm talking about the right of the image in the background. You can see what looks like a rocket being prepared to launch. Now, this looks almost exactly like a scene from Ascension, which is the first DLC map in Black Ops 1 Zombies, which actually took place in a Russian cosmodrome. Now, it's very kind of random and scarce on the details of where exactly Ascension is, but apparently it takes place in the Baikonur cosmodrome, and in the Black Ops 1 campaign, that exact cosmodrome takes place in Kazakhstan, but we do know Ascension takes place in a Russian cosmodrome, so there's some slight links there, but I don't think that exactly takes place in Kazakhstan, but it's a Russian cosmodrome somewhere in Russia, and this map is apparently going to take place in Worth in Austria. Now, these two locations are nowhere near each other.
Let me go get a cigarette. I'll be back. And I have to go to the bathroom too. Are you still there? Alright. You can start it. Wait, don't start it. I want to see if I have any other friends on. Alright, I invited him. I go throw a pair of shorts on. And so you invite some of your friends that have the right too. Alright? I invited a few people, let them join. Give them a chance to join. Nala. Baby, come here. Sorry, my bad. Mic was muted. My name is Joey. I'm from Cleveland. I'm in the military. Yeah, I could say that, but they lost a lot of their viewers when Glenn died. Oh, well, that's where they lost me when he fell into the horde of zombies. I don't watch The Talking Dead, man. I watch The Walking Dead and then go to bed. No, The Walking Dead. I've never watched The Talking Dead before. So, who else thought that Fear the Walking Dead was kind of a letdown? Nobody? I'm the only person that thinks that way? I mean, the first season's the most crucial. That's where you get viewers. That's where you get your first fan base. In the first season of any show, that's where you get your main fan base. And which one? Between Rick and Daryl, I'm definitely a Norman Reedus fan any day. Norman Reedus, Daryl Dixon. I've been following him since he was in the Boondock Saints, which is like 5 years ago. But honestly, my favorite character was Herschel. Yeah, they had gotten it was the doctor. They lost me when they cut his head off. I still kept watching though. They just never had an interesting episode from there on out for me. Oh yeah, I remember him. The one that went crazy. Yeah, he was a nice character. The sad part is his son's dead. That was the worst part about the show, was finding out that his son died. Oh, I like Daryl's brother. Michael Rooker, he's a good actor too. I can't think of any of his movies off the top of my head, but I know he's a good actor. Actually, I think Michael Rooker was in one of the Call of Duty Zombies maps.
Hey, what's up? Who the fuck is Lig Lig?